My name is Jordan Stevenson, and my title in the U.S. Navy was Explosive Ordnance Disposal Technician, Second Class Petty Officer. While serving in Afghanistan, I was shot through the left side of my head and fell 20 feet off a ladder, which led to the paralysis of my entire right side, which then led to the amputation of my leg below the knee, as well as several other injuries. This is my wife, Sarah. We've been married since 2015. I grew up knowing her whole family, but I never met Sarah.
So he went to this church event with my oldest sister's father-in-law. So I went to go say hi to him, and Jordan was with him. But he had like this gnarly beard. I think under that beard, he's cute. Like.
So I immediately went home and shaved my beard. My oldest son is Caden. He's 13, and me and Sarah have two little girls, Tenley and Tatum. They're 7 and 5.
Baby number 4 is due this December, and it's a surprise.
As a kid, I played war games with all my friends, and I idolized those guys that got to wear the flag on their shoulders. And then as I grew up in high school, there were guys that graduated ahead of me that deployed and served that were killed. And I always thought to myself, if I'm physically capable, I'm strong enough, I should be one of the guys that goes and does that too. And as soon as I was in it, I loved it. This is where I was meant to be. The date of my injuries was December 16th, 2011. As the bomb guy that night, there were vehicles inside of that compound that they wanted me to get eyes on, and they wanted me to make sure it was safe for my guys to go in. So I went up the ladder, and the last thing I remember was radioing to my team that the vehicles looked clear. What I didn't see, because I was so focused on the vehicles, was the target that came out with his weapon to engage me up on the wall. I took the shot and I was able to return fire. But subsequently after the bullet, after the adrenaline wore off and the gunfight, I fell off that ladder. It was so quick that the helicopters hadn't really left the area yet. So once it came over the radio that we had a man down, the helicopters were already on their way back to come and get me. The result of my injuries was an extreme form of a traumatic brain injury. I had a bullet go all the way through my head, which, similar to a stroke, left my right side completely paralyzed. I'm a hemiparalysis. My family was told that I probably would never be able to walk again. It took me 6 months and I was able to start walking again. And then it wasn't until 2016, just after we got married, that we elected to amputate my leg below the knee. Currently, we are in Spanish Fork, Utah. The home, unfortunately, just like with every home in Utah, has a lot of stairs.
Yeah, it's like stairs to the front door, and then we have stairs in the house and a basement. So it's a lot of stairs, but girls' bedrooms are upstairs, and so then it kind of puts it all on me to put the kids to bed. Like, he sits on the floor in the shower.
I'll crawl from the bed into the bathroom and then crawl into the shower.
And you know, the kitchen is small, so it's like tighter to move around.
I know multiple other vets who have received homes through Homes for Our Troops. That's who introduced me to submitting my name and trying to get into this process. I'm sure it gets said a lot, but the bathroom is a game changer for me. I think it's because it's the most likely spot that one of us will slip or get hurt. Mm-hmm. So to know that I have the grab bars in there as that insurance policy, I won't have to sit on the floor of the shower anymore. I won't have to try and get up the stairs to put my kids to bed every night. I know that for my kids, they'll be excited to be on our same floor so they don't feel so distant and separate from us, that they'll feel safer in our home.
Well, I think it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of re-injuries sometimes that you get. My
biggest fear, and I'm sure other amputees or injured vets would feel, is our biggest fear is getting out to the car and forgetting something. Then having to go back up the stairs and go back, navigate back through the house and find it again. So the way that I've seen these houses planned and organized will help me all in itself. Is this is where this goes, and it'll be so much easier to keep things organized. And for me, since I have a brain injury, that'll be a big help for me.
I think even the financial aspect of it is huge.
Being on a retired fixed income is heavy, so not having that burden, it's unexplainable the relief that will take off of the two of us, that we could then invest into our children and futures for them. If Homes for Our Troops wasn't around, I feel like a lot of us would still be trying to figure out what to do. And what that has looked like in the past is that guys give up. And that's a tragedy.
Homes for our troops is life-saving. I hear these stories about these disabled veterans doing these crazy, amazing things. Homes for our troops brings you to a place where it opens up the possibilities to do whatever you want to do.
Homes for our troops is my spotter. Like, you got this really heavy weight and you need help getting that up, and Homes for our troops is helping me carry that weight. They're facilitating a family of support.